Girl, you make me go so loco, loco, make me go crazy. We would make a beautiful baby. Knock on wood, is you trying to date me? Is it yes, is it no?
Hello everybody, welcome to the Impressive Channel. Recently, Amanda Seales sat down with Shannon Sharpe on his Club Shay Shay show. Anytime somebody sits down with Shannon, you know some tea is about to be spilled and somebody is about to be exposed. Well, this interview was no different because Amanda Seales talked about her riff with her former boss and co-star from Insecure, Issa Rae. And her real issue was really with Issa Rae's publicist, Vanessa Anderson. Now, Amanda felt like Vanessa was being rude to her and she didn't like her. And Amanda tolerated it, but things really hit the fan when Amanda went to this Black Emmys party that was hosted by Vanessa. Amanda was actually invited as a +1. So she arrived at the party, but Vanessa had 4 security guards take her out of the party. And this, of course, infuriated Amanda, and she ranted about it online a few years ago. And after she ranted about this, she slowly started getting backlash from Black media, and she started getting blackballed from certain spaces, and she feels like Vanessa is the reason for this. Also, Amanda felt a way that Issa Rae didn't really step in to handle the situation soon enough. She felt like Issa didn't defend her or protect her at any point in time. Issa seemed to be pretty hands-off on the situation as a whole. There was a moment when Issa tried to intervene and she tried to get Amanda to talk to Vanessa. However, that didn't go well, and since then things were just awkward between them. I mean, truthfully, Issa is kind of awkward. I don't think she's the type to really want to entertain drama. She doesn't seem like a confrontational person, and on top of that, she's juggling so many different things. So she probably saw the issue between Amanda and her publicist as something trivial, and she's like, listen, I ain't got nothing to do with that. I'm not in any drama. Just leave me out of it, okay?
I can see that.
Amanda didn't like that. She felt like Issa didn't protect her, and she called her out on it on Club Shay Shay.
And I said to Issa, like, I don't know what's going on with your publicist, but like she got something wrong. She got a problem with me. And she was like, that's between y'all.
Okay.
I said, well, it's not really between y'all because I don't have a problem with her.
Right.
But she seems to have a problem with me. And she was like, that's none of my business.
Okay.
Not everybody beefing. What the fuck is happening right now?
Yeah, I don't know.
The fuck?
But at the same time, okay, that's my publicist, but am I supposed to step in and defend your grown ass? Like, I got my own shit going on. Like, why do I gotta step in and defend you? Are we like friends for real, or do we just work together?
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay then.
Okay. At the end of season 1, I pulled Issa aside after this. I said, can we go to dinner? I want to take you to dinner. I took her to dinner. I said, I feel like you think I have something against you. And I don't know why you feel that way. Because we had been cool from even before this.
Right.
She was like, well, no, I said, I feel like you have something against me. And she said, well, I feel like you have something against me. And I was like, based on what? So I said, well, why? She said, well, I guess I was looking at you like your character. And
what?
so I said, you know
that
what?
Don't even make no
so
sense,
let's clean
ma'am.
the slate because that's not.
What?
Ma'am, that don't even make no motherfucking sense what you just said. This woman told you that she based her opinion on you based on your character.
Your character.
That don't even make sense what you just said. That sound like a whole lie. Okay.
I need to hear her. Who's her? Issa Rae?
Yeah, but Issa Rae ain't the one. She's talking about the other girl.
Oh, well, yeah, I forgot. I don't know.
I have nothing against you. I really don't. And if that came off, that was not my intention. But by the end of the show, there were just certain scenarios where I had to really always be the bigger person and be the balm to the situation. And then in season 5, she just came out of her face at me one time too many, and I just chose to stop being the bomb because the show was rapping. I just stopped communicating.
Oh.
She wasn't empowering to me. She didn't feel like she didn't feel like I deserved to be protected. I'm only giving a portion of the situation.
Your point of view,
yeah. So, but that was my experience.
Okay.
So Amanda obviously felt like Issa didn't protect her in these situations. Now, I do find the conversation they had about not liking each other to be pretty interesting, because Amanda felt like Issa wasn't feeling her. Issa felt like Amanda wasn't feeling her.
Oh,
but how
was
they
it?
handled the
That don't even-
situation was interesting, because Issa never brought it up until Amanda invited her out and talked about it. So Amanda is the type to confront the problem head on, whereas Issa probably would let the problem slide under the rug. So they have a different way of handling conflict. Amanda is outspoken and she acts as an advocate for people. So in her mind, she kind of expected Issa to advocate for her. But Issa was too passive for her liking. She almost came off as nonchalant. And Amanda didn't like that because she felt like nobody was taking up for her. Even after that whole Emmys party incident, she came back on the set of Insecure and people were just icing her out. It was a very negative experience for her, and it took a while for Issa to even acknowledge it.
Now we have to go back to shooting. Because at this time, it's just the women shooting. Everybody knows what's going on. They don't say nothing to me. And that's just fucking mean. So now we're on set, and I finally say to Issa, so are we just not going to talk about this? Because it's now going on for 3 weeks, and my mental health is suffering, okay? And she's like, well, you know, like, what do you want to talk about? And I said, listen, like, this was a terrible experience.
Right.
This was terrible. And I like literally cried like face to face with her, like, this is terrible. And she's like, this is the first time she finally says, like, well, I'm sorry that happened to you. It took 3 conversations. And
Is that all you
I
want
said,
her
well,
to
you know,
say
I'd like to
was,
talk
"I'm
to you
sorry
further
that this
because I
happened
need you to speak to Vanessa. She is trying to ruin my career. She's like, I don't think so.
Now, listening to this is kind of messed up.
What? What is this?
I don't I don't get it. Why do I got to go play fucking mediator? Why do I got to do that? I don't want to be the motherfucking mediator. You go talk to her and hash out whatever issue y'all have going on, because I don't want no parts of it. I got my own shit going on. Why do I got to go and fucking... No, I'm not gonna do that. You go talk to her.
Up, and I feel for Amanda. I do. I'm not going to dismiss her feelings at all. I think her feelings are very valid, but I'm not going to look at Issa as a villain in the situation either. I think Issa probably needs to make changes in how she addresses conflict, and Amanda needs to make changes in how she addresses conflict. There's nothing wrong with confronting things head on, but sometimes there's a way to do it. And also there's nothing wrong with trying to avoid drama,
Because she
but
was the boss.
sometimes you can't overlook everything. Now, I'm sure some of y'all have heard about this story because it was pretty big this week, but Megan Thee Stallion's former cameraman, Emilio Garcia, is suing Megan Thee Stallion for unpaid wages. And he's also accusing her of creating a toxic work environment and fat shaming him, and also having intercourse with another person in front of him against his will. Now, these are some pretty wild allegations, but I'm going to go through what the lawsuit said.
Hold on.
Megan Arch.
He's suing her for unpaid wages.
Yep.
What else?
Having sex with somebody else in front of him against his will.
How is it against your will? Because I feel like you have the ability to walk out.
Yeah, it's like, fuck this shit.
You don't have to stay in the room where they fucking.
Toxic work environment.
Okay, toxic work environment. Okay. Sue her for that.
But yeah, you could have just walked out, bro.
Sue her for unpaid wages. That's fine too. But they were in a moving car. I thought they were.
They were in a moving car.
Oh my gosh! Wait. Okay, play. Because now I done got confused.
Okay.
It said on around June 2022, Plaintiff was traveling on tour with Stallion in Ibiza, Spain. After a night out, Plaintiff, who was Emilio, Stallion, and 3 other women were riding in an SUV together. Suddenly, Stallion and one of the other women started having sex right beside the Plaintiff. Plaintiff could not get out of the car as it was both moving and he was in the middle of nowhere in a foreign country. Plaintiff was embarrassed, mortified, and offended throughout the whole ordeal. The following day, Stallion inquired whether Plaintiff was in the SUV the previous night. Plaintiff confirmed that he was in the SUV. Subsequently, Stallion instructed, "Don't ever discuss what you saw." Stallion berated and directed her fat shaming comments toward Plaintiff, such as "Fat B," "Spit your food out," and "You don't need to be eating."
Wow.
Those are some pretty wild allegations. Now, I do think Emilio needs to back up some of these allegations with proof, because it's just not going to land if he doesn't have any proof to back it up. But I'm not going to dismiss these allegations so easily, because I do think Megan has a bad habit of blurring the professional lines with people who work with her. I mean, there was a video of her grinding on her hairstylist Kalan, and he didn't seem to mind, but that is still very unprofessional, and she shouldn't cross those type of boundaries with somebody who works for her. But it comes to show you where her mind is at when it comes to things like this. She sees her employees as her friends, and she doesn't think twice about getting drunk in front of them, grinding on them, doing other sexual things. Like, it's nothing to her because she looks at them like her friends instead of her workers. And some of the responsibility has to fall on her employees as well, because they entertain it too. They do. But Megan has to be very careful, because her behavior can easily be perceived as harassment and even assault. But see, she doesn't get that. So she does things that she shouldn't do around them, like allegedly getting her freak on in front of her cameraman. That's highly unprofessional, highly inappropriate. It doesn't matter if he was just a friend. That's not cool to allegedly be having intercourse in front of somebody without their consent. That's wild. And she allegedly was
yeah, because bitch, what were you on that it couldn't wait until y'all got to where the fuck y'all were going?
Like, just right there, right now. It had to go down. Like, what? What's up, Gustavo?
Hey, I swear these girls don't be having no morals, like, whatsoever. Like, I'm not finna bust nothing open, not finna lick, suck, touch, none of that in front of nobody. I'm just not finna do that. Especially not in no fucking confined ass space. This motherfucker's sitting next to me, and I'm like, what is the problem?
Oh, man.
I don't understand. I mean, he could have been like, y'all bitches need to stop this shit.
And then what she would have said.
I don't give a fuck what she would have said, because I don't want to see y'all hoes fucking. Yeah, how about that? And driver, stop the motherfucking car.
Driver, stop the car.
Stop the motherfucking car.
Where you gonna go? You in the middle of Spain?
I don't give a fuck. There's Uber. There's motherfucking Lyft. Whatever.
You want to know who the female was?
I don't give a damn who the bitch was.
No home training, man. I'm telling you.
Not nothing. Like
they.
I don't give a damn who the girl was. My face shine as hell like I done wrote chicken.
Mine, she's having intercourse. It was a random woman. For a free beat, you can hit Megan Raw.
Hell no.
Probably. I wouldn't put it past her. The way she would.
This shit don't make no sense. Like, I'm telling you.
Not the mule on the car. He drugged me.
Hey, baby.
You crazy as fuck. Not the mule on the screen. You wild as hell.
Ain't no way. Like, they was gonna have to stop. They was gonna have to stop the motherfucking car, because I'm not gonna sit here while you two bitches is fucking.
You should start beating the ass enough.
Don't beat her ass. But y'all finna stop this motherfucking shit.
Oh, look, it's her old nose. Oh, my. Y'all crazy. She's just a whore. She's just a harlot.
She's a whore.
She's a harlot. A harlot.
Hell no.
That horse always drunk. Man, I don't know. She was on stage. Maybe she was drunk that night.
I don't give a damn. It don't get that drunk for me. Like, it just don't get that motherfucking drunk that we can't wait till we get to where the fuck we're going. Bitch, you need your motherfucking cameraman.
Chat saying that somebody was in the hotel probably waiting for her or something. A nigga or something. Who's Party?
Okay, Partisan Fontaine. Cardi ghostwriter or whatever. But
right.
They not together no more, no?
Oh. And want to own a tequila brand. Cognac Queen. Poor Coochie Management. Queen.
I like that song. Poor Coochie Management is definitely correct.
No self-respect or morals.
Not a drop.
That shit don't, that's not a thing anymore.
It's really not.
You know, that's clearly not a thing anymore.
Not with these women.
Yeah,
these female rappers. Ain't no morals. Ain't no. Ain't none of that.
And then the younger girls, that's what they really do too. If they don't got no fucking good parents.
But even if he wasn't gay, okay, yeah, he's gay, whatever, and don't want to see two bitches fucking.
He should have bit ass.
But even if he wasn't gay, or if it was another female sitting there, whatever, that was gay, it don't even matter. Like, right. What in the fuck makes you feel like this was gonna be okay?
Right.
What?
And then who was were they in an Uber or?
No, in some kind of, I don't know.
they own driver or something like.
But the driver was going to have to stop because we in a confined space. I don't know what the fuck y'all coochies got going on. What if y'all stink? Now I got to sit here and smell it.
Smell that. It's all in the
air. Now I got to see it. I don't want no parts in this. No parts in this. They was going to have to fucking stop.
You would have filmed it and leaked it? Man. I bet
I mean, I don't know that a coochie stink. I'm just saying, like, you know, you don't know about everybody pussy.
No, her pussy smell like dead dogs and Hennessy. I'm fucking done with y'all.
Y'all creating a toxic work environment. I mean, a few of these allegations sound similar to the allegations that were brought against Lizzo. Except Lizzo wasn't busting it wide open in front of her employees.
Yeah, that's great.
But she still was canceled. People didn't give her a chance to defend herself, which I do find interesting because I see more people coming to Megan's defense, but they didn't show the same energy to Lizzo, which actually proved my point that I made in another video. I said the reason why Lizzo got canceled is because people don't like her. People only protect people they like. And Megan seems to be more liked and more protected by certain groups of people than Lizzo is. So I do find that to be very interesting. Now, let me get back to the lawsuit. This is what was also said. After confiding in the makeup artist, Stallion learned of the plaintiff's contemplation of quitting due to Stallion's possessiveness combined with lack of appropriate pay for the amount of time asked of him, as discussed fully below. Later that night, Stallion drunkenly FaceTimed the plaintiff, and after plaintiff expressed his belief he was being underpaid for the amount of hours actually asked of him, they reached an understanding, with Stallion affirming we're good. Despite the conversation, plaintiff remained scheduled for Stallion's upcoming gig the following Friday. Nevertheless, on or around June 2023, Roc Nation unexpectedly reached out to plaintiff the night before the scheduled Friday gig and informed him that his services would no longer be required by Stallion. So Emilio's main complaint here is the fact that he got fired and he wasn't properly paid for the work he did with Megan Thee Stallion. In the lawsuit, he went on to say that he worked all times of the day. She would call him and tell him to do this and ask him to edit, and he would work hours overtime without getting paid, allegedly. And his work hours weren't properly recorded because he was misclassified as an independent contractor instead of an employee of a company. The lawsuit said as a personal cameraman, plaintiff was forced to take on a myriad of duties and work much longer hours. Specifically, plaintiff worked in excess of 50 hours under the close scrutiny and explicit discretion of Stallion, who continuously contacted plaintiff at all hours, directing him to brainstorm TikTok videos, to edit content that plaintiff had not captured, and complete various assignments. For all relevant time, Stallion controls and directs the performance of the plaintiff's work, who does not provide personal cameraman services independently of his relationship with Stallion. Stallion specifically told plaintiff that he was not allowed to service any other client other than herself on more than one occasion. On multiple occasions, Stallion explicitly directed plaintiff not to engage with other clients, expressing possessiveness over the client's services as her personal cameraman. This exclusivity requirement meant that plaintiff was unable to offer his filming services to any other clients while working with Stallion.
Is that in a contract somewhere?
Because I do remember when Megan Thee Stallion had a riff with her former hairstylist Jonathan, and I do think it was over the fact that he wanted to branch out and take in more clients,
As
but
he should be
Megan
able to.
allegedly didn't like that. However, Jonathan didn't want to be known as just Megan Thee Stallion's hairstylist.
Right.
The only reason me and Megan not working together, I mean, I'm not doing Megan her right now, is because I'm a hustler. We both from Dallas. We both on our come up. So at the end of the day, I can't stop my grind when we both trying to grow and just be dedicating myself to Megan. No, because at the end of the day, I don't want to be just known as Megan herself.
Now, Jonathan was able to branch out and get his own clients at the expense of his professional relationship with Megan. However, it was pretty hard for Emilio to branch out because people saw him as just Megan's cameraman, and that's kind of how Megan wanted it, allegedly. He said in his Facebook post, "Over the last 5 years, I sacrificed and went through a lot. If you know, you know. I had one main client and made time for local clients when my schedule allowed me to. With that, I lost out on a lot of opportunities, local and within the industry, because people thought I was exclusive to one person or they never knew when I was in town." He also said the CEO of Rock Nation, Desiree Perez, altered his pay and made him receive a lot less than what he was owed. And he even liked this tweet that Nicki posted, hinting that Desiree was behind him getting fired. So there's a lot of things going on, and some people might say that Emilio is only bringing this lawsuit against Megan because he's mad that he no longer works with her. I could see how he would be disgruntled about that because that was his main stream of income at one point. But I don't think he has any real interest in working with Megan anymore at this point. I mean, he claimed that the work environment was toxic and stressful for him.
I believe it.
And he wants to get compensated for all of the unpaid work he did. However, Megan's legal team is clapping back at Emilio, and they're basically saying that this is a money grab and it has nothing to do with harassment, and they will deal with this in court. So who knows? Maybe they might quietly settle to shut him up, or maybe they won't pay him at all because he's going up against a heavyweight. Megan's lawyer is Alex Spiro. He represents Rock Nation and Jay-Z. So we all know how that's going to end. I mean, this lawyer is going to find loopholes in this lawsuit if possible. So if Emilio doesn't have substantial evidence to back up his claims, this lawsuit can possibly be thrown out. Anyway, tell me what y'all think about this video down below, please.
Not you gotta literally document every time you speak to, if you working for one of these artists, phone conversations, text messages, everything.
Just in case some fuckery go on, just like this. Like, was it in any sort of written, documented contract that he was to be exclusive to Megan Thee Stallion at all? And did he know that they brought him on as a motherfucking independent contractor as opposed to an actual employee? Like, these are things that need to be discussed prior to you providing any services to these motherfuckers. They got the money, like, they can fuck you up, but you need to have everything in fucking writing. And then if you're a fucking independent contractor, you can fucking set your own motherfucking schedule and hours. I'm available at this time, this time, this time, this time. You cannot fucking call me in the middle of the motherfucking night to come do something for you, bitch. Fuck you. Like, this is not what, no.
Ain't that a bitch? Y'all got the money to pay that motherfucker, man.
I believe
altering his fucking pay so he get fucking less.
Yeah, that kind of shit happens. I can't, say that, all of this actually happened or whatever, but him saying that it's a toxic work environment, I definitely believe it's probably a toxic work environment.
I'm putting nothing past it.
That shit.
Of course, Camel Face got his lawyer to help his drunk mistress. Oh, man. Emilio been with Meg since 2018. That's crazy. This is what Megan Howard talking about. Thanks for that follow, J7.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't know. And this whole fucking in the motherfucking car type shit with him in there.
Thanks for that follow, 8CR, 8A.
Yes, thank you, all of you.
What's all these letters in y'all name? But appreciate that, y'all. Megan is not the innocent. I don't believe it one bit.
No, I don't think that she's innocent.
I don't. Hold on. What else?
Please like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video.
Okay. Yeah, I don't believe it one bit. Like that. I bet that. See you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for the follow, guys.
Yes, thank you so much. Are we gonna react to Miss Ashley? Y'all really want us to react to Miss Ashley? I already know the answer to that question.